Hello everybody, fellow Kenyans. I'm Gakonga, your coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Today, we have a number of issues to catch up with, and it's about our football. As you know, we have spoken about football evolution for a very long time. Way up in 2015, we were talking about a football revolution, and we put it categorical that only a football revolution will be able to sort the issues of Kenyan football, the issues that are affecting Kenyan football. And today, that dream remains the same. Kenyan football has had so many challenges, so many issues way back, going back 10 years, 15 years back. However, the more we go forward, the more the issues are multiplying, the more the answers are not being applied, the more football is not being run properly, the more the money is being lost in our football, the more our football is dying, the more our talent, our youth talents are not being exposed properly, the more that our football is not becoming an economy. These issues are very serious, and the time is coming very soon when they are going to be addressed. Now, as you know, FKF Governance Committee has been disbanded, and Amina Mohammed, the CS, has put an interim committee in place. That committee, I hope it is going to do a number of things, but for all the football problems in Kenya to be solved, it has to be a football revolution, because the burning issue right now is about misappropriation of fund, it's about corruption, it's about how the public money is being spent in FKF. That is the main issue that the current committee, interim committee, is going to deal with, and it's the main issue of focus that made Amina Mohammed to disband the FKF governance committee. However, going back to the time of elections, we all as Kenyans know what Ohaga had to deal with, because the issue of elections in FKF had so many problems, and eventually FKF was allowed to do a repeat election. But we all said that Ohaga did his judgment well based on what was on the table, and for the interest of the Kenyan football, he decided to let FKF to carry on with FKF elections. But we knew very well that the issues that are facing Kenyan football are way too many. Elections was just one of them. Just like now, the issue of money misappropriation is just one of the issue. But there are about 15 issues that are affecting football. Yeah, you can talk of governance issue, you can talk of league problems, you can talk of sponsors problems, you can talk about how grassroots football management is being run. We can talk of elections. FKF elections have never been run properly. Elections have never been done properly. You can talk of issue of exclusion. People around the country feel that football belongs to just a few people who are based in Nairobi. And these are real issues. They cannot be ignored. You remember, even during last FKF election, places like Tana River and Lamu and all of that, they were told that, and Samburu, they were told that they're not going to participate in elections because there is no football in those counties. In this 21st century, year 2021, are those issues to come from a football governing body in Kenya? So there are myriad of issues to be sorted in the Kenyan football. Now, I want to send you back to 2015 when I was in Kameme TV, and I said that the only answer to the Kenyan football is a total football revolution, and that message has never changed. That is a message we have shared with Kenyans from all walks of life. And I know right now there are so many Kenyans across the country and even outside the country who are waiting to see the shape of a football revolution that we have been talking about. But let me give you good news that that revolution will still happen. As you know now, we are nearing to the election period, general election, and everything is being geared toward election. Therefore, the issue of football have actually taken a backseat a little bit as far as the government is concerned, as far as everyone is concerned, and we know this. And I want to thank Amina Mohammed for what she has done right now, at least to safeguard the public money. But the entire revolution is on the way, and it will happen. Now, let me tell you this. If you look back to the to 2019, the performance of our Harambee Stars, I know we qualified for AFCON. That is not disputed. But even before we went to Egypt for the AFCON tournament, we said this as Vision Total Football Kenya. Kenya as a team is only able to beat Tanzania because Kenya was in the group of Tanzania, Algeria, and Senegal. And we said long before the tournament started, we said that Kenya can only beat Tanzania. And that's exactly what happened. And the team came back in July. And that's exactly what did happen. Now, AFCON 2021, which has just been the qualification, which you know Kenya is now out of qualification, yeah, because Mali is leading in that group, which has Mali, Uganda, Kenya, and Togo. Therefore, we say it again, Kenya can only beat Togo. Today, tell me, is that the result or no? Is that the way things are or no? Kenya was only able to beat Togo. We are out of tournament. That promise of FKF and Team Brew and the regime of Nick Mwendo of Kenya qualifying for the AFCON 2019, AFCON 2021, World Cup 2022, and the economy of football becoming a bigger economy. All these promises were done in 2016. The videos are out there. You can go back to what Team Change promised in 2016. And then it rebranded itself to Team Blue, yeah, for the last elections. These are all talks, and talks are cheap. And this is why we keep saying that let us stop knee-jerk reaction with what is happening with our Kenyan football. Unless the entire country understand a revolution, unless the entire country understand the shape of the revolution, how it is going to take place, so that it does not belong, the revolution does not belong to me. The revolution does not belong to Vision Total Football Kenya Group. The revolution belongs to everybody in Kenya, the government, you know, the NGOs, the youth, the players. Everybody must be involved to understand first, yeah, the revolution shape before now the revolution kicks in. And that's important. The message is very important. Consistent message, the message of hope, the message of truth. Let us tell people what is going to change our Kenyan football. And it is going to take about 5 years for the whole revolution to have taken place across the country, and Kenyans now to see what football can be in the country. Our Kenyan football, I keep saying, is a mega economy. Our Kenyan football is able to generate more money than the entire Turkana oil field wealth. Think about that every single year. But we must do a deliberate effort. Revolution must be induced. It is not going to happen by just waiting FKF to do elections, by listening to FIFA, by listening to CAF. None of that is going to happen. If FIFA has a solution for our Kenyan football, it should have implemented it years ago. FIFA has no solution. FIFA want to save face because it will look very bad if we are going to change our football without involving FIFA. This is what I want the government of Kenya to understand. And I understand very well about football and how football is run in Europe. And I understand what FIFA can say about football in Europe and what FIFA can say about football in regard to Kenyan and African football in general. Therefore, as soon as the revolution hits the ground, we must now tell FIFA, you either work with us or you leave us alone. The issue of being banned from international tournament, we must say that if you don't work with us, we don't care about that. We're going to play our football internally and you can do what you want, because we know what need for our football to change. We have given you a chance as FIFA to come on the table, as CAF to come on the table and hear what we want to do to change our football. If you don't agree to work with us, then we are left with only one single answer. Close our border, leave us alone, and we are going to sort our issue of Kenyan football. That must be one single consistent message to the world governing body, FIFA. And then FIFA will later on use Kenya as an example. I can promise this once we focus on our football revolution. Now, FIFA lost OB Van money through FKF. FIFA cannot even chase that money. FIFA cannot even talk about that money. FIFA cannot even find out how their money was stolen or misappropriated or what happened to it. So how can now FIFA come and tell our government that our government must also not be able to follow how money is being used, or to restructure football, or to reform football. Let FIFA go first and claim their OBE van money, and then they can come and talk to us. Therefore, FIFA is known across the world about what it does. The first statement is, we are going to ban you. That we should now be beyond that as a country and say that we also know what we want for our Kenyan football. FIFA is an international NGO, and you either work with us or you leave us alone. At a later stage, we will join you when we are ready and when our football has been sorted. Now, think about the BetKing deal. Again, we said that this BetKing Nigerian company is not able to sponsor Kenyan football. We said that, people thought it was a joke. Now, tell us where we are. BetKing has left the country. It said it cannot continue to sponsor our Kenyan football. And we said that road declaration of 2020 by FKF on the roadside, talking about a sponsorship of 1.2 billion Kenya shilling, and the sponsor is not there, only FKF, yeah, talking on the roadside. We said this was not a sponsorship, this was not a deal. It is too good to be true. People did not listen. I even said we have done research on BetKing, and we found out that the value and the worth of BetKing was not enough to sponsor Kenyan Premier League. We said then BetKing wealth by then in 2020 was $7 million US dollar. How can they sponsor Kenyan football with 1.2 billion Kenya shilling? Yeah, if their wealth was 700 million Kenya shilling, how did they then decide to sponsor Kenyan Premier League with 1.2 billion Kenya shilling? You know that those stories are not right. You know something is fishy there. So forget about that, my fellow Kenyans. Listen to what we are saying. We understand very well what Kenyan football need. Now, look at the start time deal. Again, the start time deal, yeah, 1.1 million US dollar, or 110 million Kenya shilling for 7 years for broadcasting deal for the 18 Premier League clubs in Kenya. If you work that out through 7-year period, through each year, and then divide it with 18 clubs, you will find out that it is 72,000 Kenya shillings per month for 7 years. What can Gor Mahia do with 72,000 Kenya shilling, or AFC Leopard? Every single month for 7 years, and they have signed a deal. They can't get out of it. We even said this deal was too long. 7-year deal is not good. Deals are normally around 3 years, so that you can negotiate a new deal when it is coming in. But this has happened because FKF decided to take over the KPL and run it from their own bedroom. So they killed the Kenyan Premier League. Yeah, and then now called the Kenyan Premier League FKF, Premier League. And now the danger is that all the shenanigans, all the rot in FKF are going also to be linked to the Kenyan Premier League because of the name. So branding is important, but FKF killed that. So what has happened in Kenyan football is a total death. Kenyan football will continue to die. And even in 2015, as Vision Total Football Kenya, we said in the next 10 years, Kenyan professional football in Kenya will become extinct unless something drastic is done to change the course of Kenyan football. Now, from 2015 to now is 6 years. Is professional football in Kenya becoming extinct or not? The answer is yes. So my fellow Kenyans, that is the message that we wanted to share with you. And I know that we have not been posting a lot of videos recently, but we already have 300 videos. Elaborate video talking about the problem of Kenyan football and how to sort it out. But like I said, a revolution is going to come, and that revolution need about 5 years to take shape so that the entire country football is working. I think now the issues that people are concentrating with is the issues linked to general election. To be fair and to be honest, I think it is the new government that can be able to focus on 5 years of football revolution. My fellow Kenyans, continue to be safe, continue to be in peace, and we are together. Revolution is still on course. I'm Kakonga, your coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. I live in peace. I'm gone.